Learning how to sell high-value items is one of the most life-changing skills you can develop right now if you want to increase your income, stop living paycheck to paycheck, and finally regain control of both your time, your location, and your finances. But to be honest, people overcomplicate what sales actually is. It's actually really simple if you understand what sort of conversations actually move people. Give me 9 minutes and I'll make your sales game so sharp that even Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street himself, would lean in and take notes. Okay, let's look at number 1. The first mindset shift you have to create is to become a trusted advisor, not this killer closer. The most important thing you can do when it comes to sales is actually be the complete opposite of every single salesperson you've ever met and step into the mindset and the frame and the appearance of a trusted advisor. Think a doctor, think a lawyer, think a therapist. All these people are trusted individuals. And where do we stand salespeople generally in society, right? Pretty low status, pretty low trust. So through your tonality and through your appearance and through the way that you communicate, you need to position yourself as a trusted advisor, not a salesperson. So whatever salespeople are doing, essentially do the complete opposite. Number 2 is that tonality is key. Most people process how you say something before they even realize what words you've said. The second is tonality. People process how you say something before they process what you actually say. And depending on how you deliver a particular question or statement will dictate how that entire conversation goes. You could say something like, have you given it any thought as to what happens if you don't make a change and stay exactly as you are? But if you said that with a challenging tone instead of a concerned tone, the conversation is going to go in 2 completely different directions. If you said it with a challenging tone, the prospect would probably get quite defensive. But if you say it with a concerned tone and show genuine empathy, then the prospect will believe that you care about the situation and in turn reciprocate and go with the flow. Okay, the third point is confidence. And I'm going to take you outside for this one because all these sales tips are making me pretty hot. I want you to be the person who is already earning 20 or 30K a month. Step into their mindset. Okay, so if you can lead with real confidence on a sales call, people buy into that. There's been so many studies that show as humans, when someone is positioned as that confident authority figure, we are so much more likely to take their advice and follow their direction. Point 4, okay? Always go below the surface level. Most salespeople stop when you just get a surface level problem. I teach something called the pain iceberg, okay? Where the surface level is, I teach something called the sales iceberg. And at the tip of that iceberg, you have a surface problem. And this is where most reps tend to stop. So maybe a prospect might say, I don't have enough leads, or I don't like my job. That's just a surface level problem. And then we go 1 layer below that. And this is where we start to understand why that's a problem for the prospect, how that's showing up for them, what issues that's causing. That's the second layer. But then there's the third layer. And like an iceberg, this is what holds the true weight. And then we have the third layer. And like an iceberg, this is what holds the true weight of the situation. And what aspect of this problem is the thing that's keeping them awake at 3 o'clock in the morning? And it's this emotional impact that actually creates real urgency and drives someone to purchase. Number 5 is practice and review literally everything. Listen to your calls back. Listen to your calls back. What did you do wrong? What did you do right? You only know the basics? Good. You're still not feeling that confident? Good. Your objection handling still sucks? Good. Now, number 6, I want you to really get an understanding of how identity affects decisions. If you can have a really good understanding of how someone is viewing themselves currently and how they want to view themselves in future, this is the most powerful mover in sales if you can allow people to step into that identity of the person they want to be. All right, number 7, when it comes down to handling objections, try to handle them like a peer, like a friend, like someone who's essentially got their arm around the prospect, like, come on, come on, not a lecturer. There's so many of these objection handling bullshit guys online right now who handle objections like a school teacher. But the best thing you can do is actually get on their side and help them try to understand it from maybe a different perspective. Reframe their way of thinking and empower them with the action that they need to take personally. Okay, number 8, a really simple one, but it's so powerful. Detach from the close. You can extrapolate this into all layers of your life. If you detach from the outcome and focus strictly on the process, the results and the life that you will have are going to be so much greater. And this, on a micro scale, works perfectly within sales. Because if you don't really care either way, if someone buys or doesn't buy, and you're not relying on it, you're going to be so much better at your job. You're going to be able to sit in the objection pocket for so much longer. You're so much more relaxed. And ultimately, people are going to trust you a lot more because people can smell commission breath a million miles away. And the 9th and final point, I want you to really believe in sales. This industry has completely changed my life. I did not come from a wealthy background. I didn't really have anyone to look up to or follow from an example. And sales has given me that. It's allowed me to keep leveling up year after year after year. And I believe it'll continue offering me this amazing opportunity, probably for the rest of my life. It's changed my friend's life who I've got involved with it. It's changed my students who've gone through my mentorship. It's changed my family's life. You might be looking for options right now or a complete change in career. If you go all in on the skill of learning how to communicate and persuade and sell, your future self will thank you. Now, hopefully this video gave you a bit of clarity on how to get started, but if you'd rather not figure it out on your own, I offer one-on-one mentorship to help you get confident in sales and also help you land a high-paying position. So if it feels like good timing, DM me the word sales on Instagram. The link should just be below this video, and if there's something you're stuck or something you're curious about, drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to cover it in the next video. Sayonara.